How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Isaiah 14:12.
The most common perception of Lucifer in our modern era is that of a fallen angel of Christian belief, a prideful angel cast into hell for his rebellion against God and temptation of humanity. However, this wasn't always the case. Before the rise of Christianity, Lucifer was the morning star, herald of the dawn. In this video, I'll be tracking the etymology of the word Lucifer from its earliest mentions within Judaic and Hellenic religion to its current day usage within occult societies such as the Freemasonic Order and Theosophical Society. The first and only mention of the word Lucifer within the Christian Bible comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12, where Isaiah describes the following epithet to the king of Babylon.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
However, Isaiah was originally written in Hebrew, not Latin, with the original Hebrew word used instead of Lucifer being Hellel, which means shining or glorious. When the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Tanakh, was created, the authors used the word phosphorus in place of Hellel, which in Greek means lightbringer or light bearer. Phosphorus is also the name of a minor Greek god, said to personify the planet Venus as it rises in the morning. It is from here we get the epithet morning star. The deification of planets was common in the classical period. They would even go as far as to ascribe multiple gods to the same planet, as is the case here. Phosphorus personifies Venus in the morning, whereas in the evening, Venus was known as Hesperus, the evening star. It is only when the Greek script was translated into Latin that we finally arrived at the name Lucifer, the name having the same meaning as in Greek, light bearer. As we can see by following the etymology of the words in question, the Hellenic Jews who edited the Septuagint took some liberty when translating the word Hellel, at least on first impression. If we delve deeper by analysing the last word in the epithet, son of the morning, another revelation is brought to light. The Hebrew word for morning, shakar, which has multiple descriptions but is most commonly found as a noun meaning dawn or morning. Shakar is also the name of a Canaanite god. Reminiscent of the Greek phosphorus, shakar is a personification of the dawn. As such, the word shakar should be considered an autotheonym. Intriguingly, shakar also has a twin, just as phosphorus does, named Shalim. While there is a strong similarity between the twin sets of gods, there is one key difference. Phosphorus and Hesperus are symbolic heralds of the dawn and dusk, whereas shakar and Shalim are the literal embodiments of dawn and dusk. A slight but significant change. Bearing all that has been previously discussed in mind, we can conclude that the correct translation of Isaiah 14:12 is O shining son of the dawn. We can also say with some confidence that the translation of Hellel into phosphorus is not entirely misplaced, as it helps to retain the theophoric essence of the epithet, which would have been lost if shakar was translated directly into the Greek word for dawn, eos. The intended meaning behind Isaiah's referral to the king of Babylon as a son of the dawn and succeeding lamentation is still a hotly debated topic. The most common belief among scholars is that it is a metaphor for the Babylonian king's arrogance and subsequent fall from power. A common literary trope found in Canaanite mythology is that of deities attempting to usurp high positions of power but being cast down for their insurrection. There is also the alternative theory that asserts the epithet is an allusion to Venus's rise in the morning and subsequent fall come dusk, and how this parallels the king's rise and fall. The issue with this theory, however, is that as we previously discussed, there is no mention of a deity attributed to Venus within the original Hebrew text. Shakar is a dawn deity, yes, but not one associated with Venus. In light of any other evidence on this topic, I am compelled to affirm the traditional academic view on the passage, as a metaphor for the Babylonian king's fall from grace. Now let us discuss how Lucifer came to be associated with the biblical Satan. The late 2nd century Christian theologian Origen is one of the first writers to allude to Lucifer and Satan being synonymous entities. In his work De Principis, Origen quotes Isaiah 14 before giving the following commentary.
Most evidently by these words is he shown to have fallen from heaven, who formerly was Lucifer, and who used to arise in the morning. For if, as some think, he was a nature of darkness, how is Lucifer said to have existed before? Or how could he arise in the morning, who had in himself nothing of the light? Nay, even the Saviour himself teaches us, saying of the devil, Behold, I see Satan fallen from heaven like lightning. For at one time he was light.
Here, Origen makes a clear allusion to Lucifer's fall being synonymous with the fall of Satan, as mentioned by Jesus Christ. In his work Moralia in Job, St. Gregory the Great, writing in the 6th century, equates Lucifer with Satan explicitly, noting,
For the name Lucifer, which means light-bearer, is applied to him who, though good by nature, by his own action fell away from his high state. He was by nature good, and in his own power became wicked, and when he became wicked, he was cast out of the heavens and fell to the lowest pit.
Once again, Lucifer is deemed a fallen angel, cast out of heaven due to his own pride and hubris. While these early church fathers no doubt had a significant influence on Christianity and can be considered the first Christian writers responsible for the conflation of Lucifer and the devil as one being, in our current cultural zeitgeist, it is two later works that I believe are primarily responsible for the belief of Lucifer as a fallen angel. Those works are Dante's Inferno by Dante Alighieri and Paradise Lost by John Milton.
Is this the region? This the soil, the clime? This the seat that we must change for heaven? This mournful gloom for that celestial light? So be it. Farewell, happy fields where joy forever dwells. Hail horrors, hail infernal world. In thou profoundest hell, receive thy new possessor. One who brings a mind not to be changed by place nor time.
Dante's Inferno, or simply Inferno, was published in 1321 by Dante Alighieri, an Italian poet and political theorist. His magnum opus, The Divine Comedy, is considered still to this day one of the most important poems of the medieval period, and the greatest literary work composed in the Italian Vulgate language. The Divine Comedy is divided into three cantiche, or poems, the first being Inferno, followed by Purgatorio, and finally Paradiso. Inferno follows Dante's descent into hell, guided by the illustrious Roman poet Virgil. As they travel deeper into the 9 circles of hell, they eventually arrive at the 9th circle, where Satan sits submerged in ice, devouring, in Dante's belief, the 3 greatest traitors in history: Judas Iscariot, Marcus Brutus, and Cassius Longinus. The former, Judas Iscariot, is credited with a betrayal of Jesus Christ, leading to his arrest by Roman authorities and subsequent crucifixion, whereas the latter two were ringleaders in the assassination plot against Julius Caesar. On encountering Satan, Dante notes the following.
Here Lucifer, who had once been the brightest of all the angels, now sits in the icy lake, the lowest pit of hell, the seat of evil.
The impact of the Divine Comedy on Western civilization cannot be overstated. More than just a literary masterpiece, Dante's epic profoundly shaped Europe's perception of afterlife for centuries, reinforcing and expanding upon medieval Christian cosmology. His vivid depictions of hell, purgatory, and heaven provided a structured vision of divine justice that influenced religious thought, art, and literature long after its publication. The comedy became a cornerstone of theological discourse, inspiring countless interpretations of sin, redemption, and divine order. The comedy would be a significant influence on the second work I'll be discussing, Paradise Lost. Authored by John Milton and published in 1667, Paradise Lost is an epic poem that provides a dramatic, fictionalized account of Lucifer's rebellion against God, the war in heaven, and his ultimate fall into hell. Like Dante, Milton crafted a detailed and imaginative vision of the celestial and infernal realms. But whereas the Divine Comedy is a journey for redemption, Paradise Lost presents a tragic and complex portrayal of Satan, shaping the modern perception of Lucifer as a proud and defiant figure. Although not explicitly referred to as Lucifer, the connection between Milton's Satan and Dante's Lucifer is made apparent throughout the text. The following passage from Book 1 of Paradise Lost highlights Satan's former glory.
Oh, how fallen, how changed from him, who in the happy realms of light clothed with transcendent brightness didst outshine myriads though
When
bright.
compared to Dante's Inferno, the parallels between the two depictions become evident. Dante describes Lucifer as the brightest of all angels, while Milton refers to Satan's former self as one who outshone myriads, both portrayals emphasizing his past radiance and ultimate fall from grace. It is this view of Lucifer as the foremost angel, fallen and twisted, that has penetrated the cultural zeitgeist of our era the deepest, cementing, for better or worse, the syncretization of Lucifer and Satan as a single person. Indeed, one does not need to look far to find Milton's influence on popular culture. Television shows, such as the aptly named Lucifer, draw directly from Milton's work, portraying Lucifer as a somewhat tragic figure, damned to hell for his insurrection. The same can be seen in music, especially within the extreme metal genre known as black metal. Lyrical themes from bands such as Watain and Behemoth consistently draw upon the themes and myths portrayed by Milton and Dante, although with some nuanced changes. The final aspect of Lucifer I want to discuss is that of a bringer of knowledge or illuminator. In recent history, Lucifer has often been praised as a heroic figure, his rebellion cast in an entirely different light. Instead of a prideful angel rebelling due to his own unwillingness to bow to mankind, he is seen as a heroic savior, willing to sacrifice his own self to bring knowledge and enlightenment to humanity. This is most apparent within the occult and esoteric literature, specifically the writings of the Theosophical Society and Freemasonry. The Theosophical Society was founded in New York, 1875, by Helena Blavatsky, Henry Steele Olcott, and William Quan Judge. The society was originally established with three main goals in mind. The first being the establishment of a universal brotherhood of humanity, where all are equal regardless of race, creed, or gender. The second was to encourage the study of comparative religion, philosophy, and science, seeking truth across all traditions. The last goal was to investigate the metaphysical laws of the universe, exploring mysticism, psychic phenomena, and spiritual evolution. To a Theosophical Society, Lucifer is a source of knowledge and illumination. As Blavatsky put in her book, The Secret Doctrine,
"And now it stands proven that Satan, or the red fiery dragon, the lord of phosphorus and Lucifer, or light bearer, is in us. It is our mind, our tempter and redeemer, our intelligent liberator and savior from pure
other
animalism."
authors have made similar conclusions. Eliphas Levi, a prominent 19th century occultist, had this to say about Lucifer in his book, Dogma and Ritual of High Magic.
Lucifer is the angel who illuminates and regenerates. He is the one who bears the light, and in the darkness of our world he alone preserves the splendors of heaven.
The Theosophic or Freemasonic Lucifer is more akin to the Titan Prometheus of Greek myth than the devil of the Bible. Prometheus, the torchbearer, whose name means forethought, is according to legend not only the true creator of humanity, but the one responsible for their rise from primitivism. For stealing fire from Zeus, king of the gods, and bequeathing it to humanity, Prometheus was condemned to eternal torture. Enchained to a rock high in the Caucasus Mountains, every day an eagle would gorge on his liver, only for it to grow back overnight and the cycle repeat come morning. Manly P. Hall, a 20th century mystic and Freemason, directly equates Lucifer with Prometheus. In this book,
The
Secret
myth of
Teachings of
Prometheus
Ages,
is the
notes
key
following.
to the Luciferian tradition, wherein the light bringer suffers for bestowing divine wisdom upon humanity.
In conclusion, the word Lucifer has no connection to any being found within the original Hebrew text of the Old Testament. The Hebrew word commonly translated as Lucifer, Hillel, simply means shining or glorious. It is unknown why the authors of the Septuagint used the Greek word phosphorus in its place. However, I would posit this was done to preserve the theophoric nature of the title, Son of the Morning. The word Shakar in Hebrew being an autotheonym, meaning morning and serving as a name for a Canaanite god who shares some similarities with the Greek god Phosphorus. When the Greek translation was then translated again into the Latin Vulgate, Phosphorus became Lucifer. It is not until the 2nd century that Lucifer starts to be associated with Satan. Theologians such as Origen and Tertullian are the first to allude to Lucifer being synonymous with Satan, with Saint Gregory being the first to directly equate Satan with Lucifer. It is these early church fathers that laid the theological bedrock for the likes of Dante and Milton to build their epics upon. It is my belief that Dante's Divine Comedy had the most significant impact on Europe's perception of Satan, heavily influencing Milton's Paradise Lost, written 3 centuries later. However, it is Milton's depiction of Lucifer which has persisted into our modern age and was taken up by occult societies such as the Theosophical Society as a symbol of knowledge and freedom from religious dogma. I would argue Lucifer was used instead of a more appropriate Prometheus due to the significant presence Lucifer already had within the psyche of Christian Europe and the familiarity they would have had with the subject. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop me a like and subscribe for more videos on comparative mythology.